Is it sun bright or ride on my core? This is the moment you're meant to know.
Well, hello there, sunflowers, and how are you guys today? Do not mind me. I am just having some fun in the very beginning of these videos because I am very excited to finally be back. I honestly miss you guys doing videos, and so because of that, to start some of my videos lately, I am just doing a little bit of fun bit in the beginning because YouTubers these days want to be talking with microphones. So I picked up the microphone and I said, I'll talk with a microphone. Why not? So with that being said, I'm having some fun. I'm wearing yellow today because sunflowers brighten up the mood, liven up the mood, lighten up my energy. Send some good positive energy towards you. I'm still sitting on my donut cushion. However, I'm here to talk about, surprisingly, Kendall Jenner and Jacob Elordi is his name. Okay, interesting. I'm here to gossip about that. No, for real though. Seriously. Kendall Jenner and Jacob Elordi. I did not expect that. Is Kendall Jenner following? Okay. Humor me here for a second. The Kardashians are known for dating what? Athletes. Okay, I'm glad we're on that same page. And who's, I think, the first person to finally date somebody out the norm? Kourtney Kardashian. She married a musician. But that's Kylie Jenner's lane. She likes to go for magicians. But guess what? Kylie Jenner went for an actor, and now everybody in the Kar Jenner family has had the acting bug bite them. Because now everybody either wants an actor or to start acting. Kendall is now dating an actor. Kylie wants to act. Kim wants to act. I'm like, okay, that the acting bug has hit the Kar Jenner's family. They finally decided to give up on the athletes and go for the theater kids. I'm not even kidding. So they're changing up their approach to men, and now we see Kendall Jenner out here, and she was seen kissing him at Coachella anyway. And now rumors are coming out saying that Kendall Jenner and Jacob have been dating for months now. And if you're not familiar with Jacob, some of his movies, I don't even have to look them up. I mean, I did briefly look them up, but I'm just going to name all the ones I have seen them in. First, Euphoria. Everybody knows Euphoria. Next one I saw him in was The Kissing Booth. Yes, 1 and 2. Listen, it was enough. Anyway, I don't have to explain that one if you know. But after that, we have a very mature one, which is Priscilla. Okay. So we have Saltburn. So he's able to give us a versatile of his personality, and I really enjoy that for him. And he should be the it boy that the acting industry should make, and not Timothy Chalamet, because Jacob Elordi has got the look to be the it man. He's like a Zac Efron. He's like a young Zac Efron. What are we doing here? Timothy Chalamet cannot compare. I'm not here to compare the Jenner sisters' boyfriends to each other, but I'm here to do a reading on Kendall Jenner and Jacob Elordi and see what is going on. Are they in a relationship, and how and why are they in a relationship? You know what they say, the 5 whats, the 5 H's, no, the 5 whats: who, what, when, where, why, and sometimes how. So with that being said, I'm going to pull some cards to find all out that information. That was out of order. So with that being said, the first card I'm going to pick on will be for Kendall Jenner. I'm reading on relationships this evening, and I'm excited to see what this one's going to bring, honestly. Oh, the 6 of Wands. Very interesting. Before that, I'm gonna lay out these cards. We have the Six of Wands, the Moon card, and that would be for Jacob Ellery. And then at their foundation, we have the Ace of Cups. Then we have the Ten of Swords in the past. In their present head and mind, we have the Five of Pentacles. And then the future, ooh, goodness gracious, we have the Nine of Swords. I'm glad I wore yellow today for this energy because, God, it does need it. I do not like these cards. It's like Debbie Downer. 10 of Swords, 5 of Cups. No, the 10 of Swords, 5 of Pentacles, 9 of Swords. Then Jacob himself is the Moon. But Kendall here is the 6 of Wands, which is just all la-di-da-di-da in her own little world. But then at their foundation, together we have the Ace of Cups, we have the Ace of Cups, which is like emotional overload. Too much going on, just being extra. And I'm like, y'all, what is going on? So I'm gonna just pull a card for a block to see if I can find the Page of Wands. Quite interesting. The reason why I say that is because the only card that was positive with light energy was the Page of Wands, and that's their block card. Of course it's their block, right? So what I see here is that it was, sometimes they say what was once good turns sour, right? And that's, I think, what is turning here at the Page of Pentacles, Page of Wands. Now, I am not trying to say that this relationship is not a thing, but what I am getting here is that it's not the same type of wavelength when it like if they are together, they could be like performing the parts, but internally they are not on the same page, and they don't even know that they're not on the same page, and don't even care to know if they were even on the same page if they're choosing to be in a relationship. But the Page of Wands that I see here is like a very great, nice spark for a beginning, just to see where it goes. Quite curious, just an exploration, exploratory. See what happens, where it goes kind of thing. And what we see here is how the story plays out. Now, Kendall here. Interesting. The Six of Wands. Somebody who feels victorious, that feels like she scored, like I said. Jacob should honestly be crowned the it boy for the like the new gen of actors. So because of that, she hit the jackpot, and metaphorically from her vision and her vantage point, she feels as though she is riding the top. She hits the jackpot. She's a model. She's got a hot boyfriend. So it's like, what could be possibly bothering Kendall at this point? She's modeling. She's doing what she's doing. She got her 818. You know, like they say, she's got it all together. She feels like she's got it. She feels like she all that in a bag of chips, so you can't tell her nothing. But on the flip side, Jacob over here is feeling the Moon card, which is phases, but the Moon card is definitely emotional and more internal and more heavy and more, best way I can say is feeling the connection, is really trying to be intuitive and feeling out the energy rather than just parading with the energy. That's the best way I got it. And I really like to see the Six of Wands as a parade now, because I can definitely see that, because usually you're accompanied by people with the Six of Wands, but we see that Kendall Jenner does not look like she's accompanied by anybody. So that just shows you that she just already is just in her own little world, doing her own little thing, disregarding anybody else. And Jacob, on the other hand, is feeling that exact energy being radiated and vibrating off of her. So because of that, he could have been wanting something more serious, and she was just like, nah, you gonna be my little plaything. So because of that, it was just like, oh, that's what we got. Oh, it's like, oh, that's what we're doing. It's like, yeah, that's what we're doing. So because of that, it caused some discourse where the Ace of Cups came in, because at the foundation, it was good. They hit it off great. Like I said, Page of Wands, Ace of Cups. It was great. They hit it off. The connection was there. The chemistry was there. It was great. It was like, why can't this be more than what it is? And Kendall's, I think, honestly, it's coming from Kendall for real, for real. But I'll pull some cards. I just feel like it's coming from Kendall. And she's just like, it's not going to be more than what this is. So because of that, I didn't mean to square up on you guys. But no, that's how Kendall is. Is like put like arm's length kind of thing, so that way it doesn't get too overwhelming and it doesn't get too emotional. Maybe there's a point with inside Kendall Jenner where she gets too involved or too emotional or too head over heels, that she pulls back and starts giving less of her energy. Maybe and because of that, that can start giving hot and cold, confusion. We was great, now we're not. What happened? Vibes that send guys on like a head trip of we were cool, so why are we not kind of cool? And because of that, we see here the past, sadly, is the Ten of Swords. And the Ten of Swords is but it's all is not lost. Like I said, they could still potentially be together. Because you think Ten of Swords, game over, that's it, no more lives to revive. Cat used up all 9 lives. It's over for the cat. You would think that. However, it symbolized the Ten of Swords doesn't mean there's all gone, because we do see that even though there is death, there is a plant, there is still life blooming, there is still potential, there is still something there. That's what I said. There's some chemistry, there's some emotion there, even though it's not looking good for them. But whatever they had that brought them together, that initial spark, if they could just get back to that initial spark, which is hard to always get back to once you have something, especially when you're already not on the same page. And we see here the Five of Pentacles, feeling desolate, cold, feeling left out. All energy that could feel from the Moon card, but also just feeling as though that whatever could be here is not fruitful, at least right now at this moment in time. So maybe you could be like stringing him along, or just vibing with the connection and using him or using them until it's no more than drop them like a hot tomato. I don't know. That's just the vibes and energy that I'm like picking up on. Just a fun time kind of vibe that I'm getting, and that's not at all what Jacob wanted, or what was. It's like one party wasn't expecting it to be the way it has turned out, and maybe somebody accidentally caught some feels. Sorry for that one, yikes. But we see here moving forward, I like it though, it's a decrease, because we started with the Ten of Pentacles and we ended with, not the Ten of Pentacles, we started with the Ten of Swords and we ended with the Nine of Swords. So yes, it's still bad, it's still hard and rough out here for a pimp, but it is getting a little bit more tolerable. You know, sometimes it's like that initial shock that jolts your system and you come to the realization of, oh, wait, this is what it is. And then you have to come to terms with, is this something I want to continue doing? But I want to pull some outside card and some outside influences just to see what's going on with them and what could be possibly influencing this discourse, because maybe it's just the cards that I pulled and the cards that I will now pull out around it will be a little bit more supportive energy, and this is just a time and phase, and maybe it could just be what's going on in Jacob's life, and because it is, Kendall's trying to be that strong armed woman that holds up her man during the time. Who knows? It could be either or. It could play either way. So I got to pull some more cards. The Nine of Cups, the Knight of Swords, the Four of Wands, and the Justice card. Okay. Interesting, Justice popped up. But what do I see here for like outside influences? It actually really did liven it up. I'm not even kidding. I feel the colors just radiating off. It was feeling dark and gloomy and dreary at first. I'm glad. I even need to wear some yellow to bring some positivity and some light to this cards. But what I see here is the Nine of Cups. And that Nine of Cups is feeling like you got it all together, feeling like you have everything. They both could be feeling that way, and that's why. And sometimes when you feel like that, it's hard to be pleased. You could be picky. So they both could be picky. Like it could be, like I said, maybe I'm blaming Kendall, but it could also be Jacob too. It could go either or. They both could be picky. They both could be knowing their worth and what they are willing to accept and what they aren't willing to accept. So because of that, that Nine of Cups symbolizes I have things to offer, but I'm only going to offer as much as you offer me, kind of thing. So it's like an equal give or take. And I think that's exactly why we see the balance with justice here coming out in the future. But I find it interesting because we have the Four of Wands here, which symbolizes a transition. Like I said here at the Ten of Wands, it was like an old dead and gone, but it's a revival of a new chapter. And so the Four of Wands symbolizes that they were in this transitional phase together. Maybe when they met, they needed this and they were just like bypassers for each other and it wasn't supposed to stay forever. And that's exactly what this Justice card brings out. And because who started the rumors that they've been dating? Sorry guys, if you see me scrubbing over here, I'm getting a little tired of sitting. But who said that they have been dating for months? Nobody confirmed that, because if they have, why is it that A, we haven't seen any pictures, B, we only saw it at Coachella, and C, those rumors came out after Coachella. So because of that, I would like to see the sources, the evidence, write a whole book report about it. But we see here, but it makes me wonder also at the same time, on top of that, even though it is quite curious of if they really truly have been dating for months, maybe they really were good at one point and maybe it just didn't, they're starting to learn it's not working out right now. Even after Coachella, they were maybe maybe they brought those tickets a while back, who knows. All those different things could have played out, that they just went to Coachella just to go to Coachella. Maybe she needed somebody to go to Coachella and he was there, and maybe they both needed somebody and they're like, sure, why not? So we got some PR publicity stunt. Somebody make up a story that we've been dating together when it's definitely not been like that at all behind the scenes. I don't know how they're going to try to play it out. But what I see here is whatever it was, they were in cahoots with it, but also they are in transitional phases and periods in their lives. And it could symbolize that this is short term, which is what I'm feeling. But let's find out. Let's dig deep into the cards to see what's going on between Kendall and Jacob. Are they a thing? Are they going to continue to being a thing? And is it one-sided? All that and more. Okay. This card, sure, why not? The Sun card, sunflowers. So we see the Sun card. We see the Messenger. We see a cockroach, which is not bad. Just one more card because I just felt inspired to pull another card, but then I questioned if I should pull another card because usually I pull 3, but after the cockroach, I just wanted to pull one more card just to see what was after it. And we see a run card. The card ran into my hand. That's all I got. No, but for real, what I see here is the Sun card, which symbolizes an exposure. The spotlight is on them right now at this very moment because they were spotted at Coachella. So therefore, everybody is going to be talking and gossiping. And that's exactly what the Messenger card is. The birds and the bees are gossiping out here in the airwaves about Kendall Jenner and Jacob Elordi, how long they've been dating, how they met. Allegedly, Kylie set them up. So how did Kylie set them up? Did she meet him through her actor boyfriend, Timothy Chalamet? I don't know. Got to ask all those questions. And so because of that, the more people pry, the more people are going to find out and get a little bit of snoop information. And maybe sometimes start making things up, or just as a tarot reader, just try to find the truth in the situation and see what's going on. Take a little peekaboo behind the curtains. However, I see the cockroach, which is all about resilience. I know we don't like cockroaches, but they're very resilient. They're resourceful and they're adaptable to their environment. So because of that, that's exactly what I see here. Like I said, it's not all bad energy Not at first. At first, you would think so at first glance, because like I said, at least for me, I'm not a fan of bugs. So at first, I look at a cockroach, I go, yeek. So because of that, that's my first initial reaction. This is exactly the same initial reaction I had for this initial reading. But then once I pulled the outside cards, it started getting sunny. I started getting a more brighter positive message or a more clearer aspect or view on the reading. And what I see here is, now that we've approached the cockroach through all this, I see that they have still some sort of chance to have I'm not sure how longevity is going to work, but a sense of a possible short-lived future. I don't know if they're willing to work it out. If they're willing to work it out, that's all I got. Because if they're not willing to work it out, then that resilience is not really going to stand forth, because you got to be determined, but you got to have discipline as well. So you got to have your energy focused on it if you want all that. And if not, as the end card says, run, Forrest, run, and don't look back. So because of that, that's exactly what I'm seeing. I'm trying to be serious, but I got really happy when I saw the Sun card, because that's exactly the intention I was trying to bring into the readings. Some positivity, some light. Even though I was joking, kikiing, ha-haing with you, everybody I was talking about today was pretty much just gossip out here about what's going on. Are they in a relationship? We're speculating. And I just wanted it to feel like a little chit chat of let's read the cards and try to find out and speculate together. So with that being said, why not speculate down below in the comments and give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed this content, if you enjoyed this vibe. Now, I may not bring this all the time, but hey, I was just feeling and positive and brightful, and I think it really brought a positive connection and vibe with the cards, because I really felt like they were talking to me, and it was like a sit down chit chat and what was on my mind and what I got, and told you how I saw what it was. And with that being said, if you enjoy tarot readings and just enjoy celebrity readings and news with tarot, please subscribe if you have subscribed already, and become a beautiful sunflower seed and spread those beautiful sunflower seeds for everybody out there, especially for people like Kendall and Jacob, who could be working on a relationship or not, but just positive life for them so they can find their people, their person in life. With that being said, please subscribe if you haven't subscribed already. Leave your comments down below and give this video a thumbs up. And you know what I say before I go? Hype us up. Subscribe to us. Ayy. And I'll see you sunflowers in the next one. Sunflowers.